Hello everyone, today, I'm going to explain the poem, Tears Idle Tears. First, let us read about the poet. The poet, Tennyson, usually known as Alfred Lord Tennyson, after he was made a baron in 1884. He was born as the fourth of 12 children of a clergyman at Somersby, in Lincolnshire, on the 6th of August, 1809. Now, let us read about the poem, Tears Idle Tears, is written by Alfred Tennyson. The theme of the poem is loss and death. It is an elegy, written in the desperate mood, at the loss of the poet's bygone days. So, now, let's read and understand the first stanza of the poem Tears Idle Tears. Tears idle tears, I know not what they mean, tears from the depth of some divine despair, rise in the heart, and gather to the eyes, in looking on the happy autumn fields, and thinking of the days that are no more. In the first lines of the given extract, the speaker describes how he feels tears in his eyes. He does not know why they're there, or what has caused them. This leads to the description of them as being idle tears. It is an emotion that has suddenly overwhelmed him, and his brain is yet to catch up to his heart. The only thing that is clear at this point is that they come from the depth of some divine despair. The speaker feels something spiritual building up inside his soul. It is close to being divine or godlike. In the last two lines of the stanza, the speaker reveals what has triggered this divine despair, while also providing the setting. He is looking on the happy autumn fields, but they do not provoke in him a feeling of joy, as one might expect. Rather, the fields fill his heart with despair, and bring tears to his eyes. He is not sure why this is the case. The speaker does tell the readers, however, that is something about the days that are no more that have caused this feeling of despair. Now, let's move to the second stanza. Fresh as the first beam glittering on a sail that brings our friends up from the underworld, sad as the last, which reddens over one that sings with all we love below the verge, so sad, so fresh, the days that are no more. In the quoted lines, the speaker reveals that the pain he feels at this moment of recollection is as fresh as it was the moment he first experienced it. Then, in the second line, he reveals why thinking about lost days causes him such pain. He claims that these memories bring our friends up from the underworld. Here, it becomes apparent the speaker is thinking about the people who have died before him. The wound feels fresh as the memory of their lives and death spring upon him. Now, let's move to the third stanza. Ah, sad and strange as in dark summer dawns, the earliest pipe of half-awakened birds, to dying ears, when unto dying eyes, the casement slowly grows a glimmering square. In the quoted lines, the speaker says that he finds these days as very strange. Throughout Tears Idle Tears, the speaker seems unable to fully understand his own feelings. He does not know exactly where the tears come from, nor does he know what divine despair causes them. The speaker states that the feeling in his heart is as strange as in dark summer dawns. He then describes the sound of birds as they are just awakening, and contrasts that sound with his own feelings. The speaker knows that he is, in his last days, unlike the birds. It is a strange thing for dying ears to hear the birds bringing to wake. As he hears the birds, and thinks about the days gone by, and how few days he has left, he considers the casement. This is a reference to the part of a window that hinges open. It is dissolving before his eyes into nothing more than a glimmering square. So, now, let us understand the final stanza, dear as remembered kisses after death, and sweet as those by hopeless fancy feigned, on lips that are for others, deep as love, deep as first love, and wild with all regret, O death in life, the days that are no more. In the quoted lines, the speaker is relating the emotions of death to those of love. Death is filled with the same mourning and hopefully joyful reception into another world. Lips will often want kisses that are meant for others. The same goes for the speaker who wants to continue in his life but is unable. The final lines are less structured than those which have come before. The speaker is enraptured with the loss of his days and attempting to relive the emotions of first love. There is an amount of regret that has followed him to his death, but his days are no more. There is nothing to do about anything left undone at this point. Thank you for watching.